What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Melissa, and today we're going over the 50-30-20 budget. Now, to teach us better to you in a way that I think would be easier for you to understand, let's go ahead and head on over to my whiteboard. Okay, so as I said before, we're going to be talking about the 50-30-20 budget. And what exactly does that mean, and what does it look like? Okay, so here's the thing. Each one of these, the 50, 30, and the 20, are actually percentages of your budget, whatever that looks like. This is a more simplified version of doing a budget if you already know how much you're spending in each one of your categories. Maybe you have a budget that you've used recently and you wanted to simplify things and just put it in percentages and track it maybe in a pie chart. So it would look something like this. I'm not the best drawer, and I didn't promise to be, but follow me. Okay, so this just means 50% of your budget will go to things like your needs. 30% will go to things that are your wants, not things that are like your four walls that you necessarily need in order to survive. But 30% will go to your wants. That additional 20% right here will go to either your debt or your savings. And these are percentages of your total income. So I follow a zero-based budget. That is what I teach to my clients, and we go based off of a zero-based budget, because when you don't go off of a zero-based budget, then you have money that you end up losing or not knowing where it went, or being like, I know I make more money than this. Where is it going? So we track every dollar here. These percentages are based upon your income that you spend in your budget. Let's break it down a little further. Yes, I know that I write at an angle. I've done it my whole life, but just follow me and pay attention to the information I'm giving, not necessarily my horrible writing or the fact that I tend to write at an angle. Okay, let's start off with some examples of exactly what a need is categorized as. You'll hear me talk about things that are called like the four walls, and that is your housing, your transportation, your clothing, and your food. They're all things that you need to have in order to survive. So those would be things that go under your needs. Keep in mind that this food section does not include eating out. Okay, so as I said before, the 50% of your budget would go towards your needs. Those are things like housing, food, utilities, health insurance, and your transportation. Now, this is not all inclusive. This doesn't mean that these are the only things that are considered to be needs. It's dependent upon what you need, but this is where you definitely need to determine the difference between a need and a want. Let's jump into wants. Okay, so some things that we have in the category for wants are things like subscriptions, eating out, coffee, extra clothes. So this doesn't depend on clothes that you need in order to clothe your body. These are things that are like you have plenty of clothes and you want to continue to go shopping. So I am not a deprivation style budgeter. I'm not a deprivation style coach. So I'm not the type of person that's going to tell you that you need to cut everything out of your life that brings you joy. And for most of us, and this also includes hobbies, for most of us, hobbies, eating out, things like that, they do bring us true joy. And you can experience all of those things while paying off debt or saving for a money goal, but it's just making sure that you do it in moderation and you choose the things that bring you the most joy and you fit them into this 30%. Now let's jump over into probably my favorite part of the budget, this 20% right here. This 20% has to do with savings or debt. So it completely depends on what your situation is right now. If you're currently paying off debt, then this 20% would go towards extra debt payments or your current debt payments. If you're not paying off debt, then this would go towards super fun things like building up your 6-month emergency fund if you don't currently have one. I hear all the time people talk about for your emergency fund, you only need to save $1,000. And while yes, some money is better than no money, $1,000 in today's real world really isn't going to solve many big issues. So yes, save up $1,000 to begin with to have a little bit of cushion while you're saving up the rest of your emergency fund. But I definitely recommend taking your monthly expenses, whatever that looks like for you, and timesing it by 3 to 6. And you save up that amount, 3 to 6 months of an emergency fund, to make sure that you have and you can get it from this 20% section. So what exactly falls under here? Let's review. This last one that I added in here is super important and something that you need to make sure that you're working towards, especially when you've reached the point in your life where you have a fully funded emergency fund and you're debt free. And that is investing for retirement. It is going to happen. We get older and older every day. You want to make sure that you are not relying on things like Social Security and that you're investing and saving for retirement, so that you can be able to survive when you get a little bit older and not have to worry about living off of, like, I don't know, $500 a month from Social Security. And who really knows if we're even going to be able to use Social Security by the time we get there. I hope that explanation was super helpful for you in regards to the 50-30-20 type of budgeting. If you have any further questions or you're still a little bit confused, feel free to leave a comment down below in the comment section. Head on over to my Instagram account and join the Instagram fam over at Melissa and Money on Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you like videos like this. And I think that's it. Oh, I forgot to tell you something super important. Let's go ahead and roll it on back. Make sure before you leave to check out the description box below this video. I have a ton of information there, including the waitlist to my next program that I'm launching. You know, if you don't know, I'm a financial coach for my day job, and I'm actually launching a program that is called Money Boss Bootcamp. It is going live in October of 2020. So if you're watching this video after this, head to the link below and at least get on the wait list for the next round. If you want more information, I have a ton of information in that link, as well as information over on my Instagram. So that's it for this video. I will talk to you guys next week. Bye.